In November 1983, the world unknowingly came terrifyingly close to nuclear war. There were no breaking news alerts, no emergency speeches, no evacuation orders. What nearly ended the world was not a missile launch, but a military exercise. Its name was Able Archer 83, and the Soviet Union believed it was real. By 1983, the Cold War had entered one of its darkest phases. The Soviet Union believed the United States was preparing for a surprise nuclear attack. American President Ronald Reagan had publicly called the USSR an evil empire. NATO military activity had increased across Europe. Trust between East and West was almost non-existent. Fear was policy. Earlier that year, the Soviet leadership launched Operation YRAN, a massive intelligence effort to detect signs of an imminent U.S. nuclear strike. Soviet agents were ordered to report unusual troop movements, blood bank activity, and changes in government behavior. The USSR was not paranoid without reason. They believed nuclear war was coming. Able Archer 83 was a NATO command post exercise. Its purpose was to simulate the escalation from conventional war to nuclear war. Exercises like this had happened before, but this one was different. Able Archer 83 introduced several new and realistic elements. New nuclear release procedures, realistic coded nuclear messages, radio silence to simulate wartime conditions, and heads of government involved in the simulation. To the Soviet intelligence, this did not look like an exercise. It looked like preparation for first strike. As Able Archer progressed, Soviet intelligence reports became increasingly alarmed. In Eastern Europe, nuclear-capable bombers were armed. Missile units were placed on alert. Soviet forces prepared for possible retaliation. Some historians believe Soviet nuclear weapons were minutes from readiness. The most dangerous moment came when NATO simulated the release of nuclear weapons. To NATO, this was a drill. To the Soviet Union, it looked like the final step before war. If the Soviets had misinterpreted one more signal, they might have launched preemptively. Unlike automated systems, human intelligence still played a role. Some Soviet analysts questioned the scale of the attack. They noticed no large troop mobilization, no evacuation of Western cities, no confirmed missile launches. The Soviet leadership hesitated. That hesitation saved the world. NATO officials later admitted they had no idea how close the Soviets believed war was. Able Archer 83 ended quietly. No one in the West realized what had almost happened. Only years later, after Cold War archives were opened, did the truth emerge. Western intelligence analysts concluded Able Archer 83 was likely the closest NATO came to triggering nuclear war by accident. President Reagan himself later wrote that he was deeply disturbed when he learned how the Soviets perceived U.S. actions. Able Archer 83 was not an act of aggression. It was not a secret plot. It was a misunderstanding, magnified by fear, mistrust, and nuclear weapons. The world survived not because of strength, but because of hesitation. In the nuclear age, that hesitation can mean everything. Sometimes the most dangerous wars are the ones no one knows are happening.